Hi, it's Ryan from Ryan Fowler Photography. I've got a tutorial for you on how to make an HDR image in Lightroom. So firstly, what I'll say is the whole process of taking an HDR image actually starts when you're out shooting using a process called bracketing, or doing 3 shots or more in different exposures. So here you can see that I've got my shot that was taken at no exposure, no different exposure value, so it was just set in the middle, and I chose the point that I wanted to set the exposure for. I had a graduating filter on, and that's the image it took. So I used bracketing in this process that went 1 stop under and 1 stop over. So this is the 1 stop under shot. As you can see, it's a lot darker, but it brings out the nice colors in the sky. And then the third shot that I took was this. So it's 1 shot overexposed, but it brings out all the details in the blacks here. So what I've got is I've got these 3 photos here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this photo first, and I'm going to go down and change the profile to the lens that I used, and then I'll sync those, and I've just got lens correction switched on, so I'll click synchronize, and now that you can see that they've all got an edit on them. So now that it's got the right profile correction, I'm going to highlight all of them and then right click and go up here to photo merge and click HDR. So here it's going to create a preview for me, and we'll just give it a second. Okay, so here is just a preview of what the HDR is going to look like, and you can see that it's got some, you can see a lot of the colors in there. Once it's actually merged, reducing the highlights, that'll bring out those colors nicely, and here you can actually see the details just in the blacks, and once you boost the shadows on that, it'll bring out all of that, so you get this really nice effect. So here I've got auto align, which is something that I do always want to put on, just so that the Lightroom actually puts the images over the top of each other in the exact same place that the photos were taken. So if I clicked auto tone, this is something that I don't normally put on. See, that will do some of the editing for you, which I don't like it doing, simply because it doesn't come out the right way that I want it to, and then I have to reset the settings that it's changed anyway. And then dead coast amount, that's just how much of the overlay you want to show. So if you've got 3 images with moving objects, do you want it to show the moving objects or not? So there I always click none. 99% of the time I'm doing it on landscape anyway, so there is no moving things, but I always put that on none just so that there's no real overlap things. And then normally from here all you do is just click merge. In this case I won't, because I'll go to one that I've prepared earlier. So here is here is the HDR that I've used. So I have used a couple of little tricks on there, and I've got my profile correction that was already there. And then I've gone ahead and made all my own edits, and as you can see, I reduced the highlights here, and then boosted all the shadows here. So this is how the HDR actually turned out, and then that's what it looks like after editing. So as you can see, you get so much crisp detail and it looks fantastic. I was using a polarizing filter, which helped to see through that water. And then I've got some nice reflections here, and obviously you can see all the colors and all the details in the rocks and everything like that. So I'm quite happy with this image, and I really do enjoy looking at HDRs because you can see so much more of the detail and the colors and the sky and the foreground and the midground and everything like that. So I hope this little tutorial's helped. Please do like, comment and subscribe. I do have lots of other tutorials on Lightroom and many other aspects of photography, and I'm always posting more, usually every week. So please go ahead, do that, and I will be posting the next video shortly.